Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry, history, and a thought for the day. Well, on this day in 1094, that's about 1,000 years ago, just under, Rodrigo Díaz de Vivar, known as El Cid in Spain, occupied the town of Valencia. At that time, much of Spain was under Moorish influence, of course, but this man, El Cid, which in Spanish means simply the nobleman, won many battles to drive them out. He didn't drive them out completely, but my goodness me, he did a good job. They were finally expelled. It took another century or two, but El Cid was the man everyone talks about in Spain even today. He used psychological warfare and unexpected tactics of surprise, sometimes planned in brainstorming sessions with his commanders before the battle, which was quite revolutionary in those days. Remember, 1094 in England, we were just getting over the Norman conquest, which was a very brutal affair where just a whole lot of Norman Frenchmen arrived in boats on the south coast of England and started bashing up the Saxons. There wasn't much unexpected psychological warfare in that, I can tell you. Well, today I'm going to read a poem. I have to read a poem by a Spaniard, and I'm going to read Federico García Lorca's Gacela of the Dark Death. It's in translation, of course, and I'm not going to inflict my Spanish on you today, but this poem, even in translation, I think is quite astonishing and shows what a brilliant original thinker, a genius, Federico García Lorca was. Here we are, Gacela of the Dark Death. I want to sleep the dream of the apples, to withdraw from the tumult of cemeteries. I want to sleep the dream of that child who wanted to cut his heart on the high seas. I don't want to hear again that the dead do not lose their blood, that the putrid mouth goes on asking for water. I don't want to learn of the tortures of the grass, nor of the moon with a serpent's mouth that labors before dawn. I want to sleep a while, a minute, a century. Cover me at dawn with a veil, because dawn will throw fistfuls of ants at me, and wet with hard water my shoes, so that the pincers of the scorpion slide. For I want to sleep the dream of the apples, to learn a lament that will cleanse me to earth. For I want to live with that dark child who wanted to cut his heart on the high seas. I think that's an astonishing poem by an astonishing poet, Lorca. I'm trying to think of someone who would be his equivalent in England, but there are very few. It's impossible to think of someone like Wordsworth able to sort of formulate these images in the way he did. I think the Spanish are very fortunate to have him, who contributed so much to their culture and their language. Thank you for listening today.